Hi guys! So as you saw, we watched this cute story about that unicorn that should never scribble, right? Because he eats crayons, he's silly. But we are going to be making our own unicorn. But first we need to practice our lines because we're going to add line patterns to our lesson too. So let's get started. I know that you watched the line song, so you must know some lines, right? I'm going to start with a zigzag line. So up at the top of my page, I'm using a Sharpie because it's easier for me to let you see what I'm drawing. But you should be starting with a pencil. So make sure you have a pencil with you. All right? So I have my marker. You start with your pencil. We will make sure our paper is up and down, not left and right. All right? So it is a shower, not bathtub, tablet, not TV. All right, so now I'm going to make a zigzag line. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. Then I'm going to do a dash line, which looks like this. It's like a broken line. Just going across, but I stop, stop, stop. Kind of like those lines you see on the road, right? Here we go. I went right across. Now I'm going to do dotted lines. I'm just going to do circles all the way across. Now I'm just going to do a straight line across. How about a wavy line? All right. And now we're going to do a line called a castle line. Now this one can be kind of tricky, so you might want to focus. I'm going to do a line across, a line down, a line across, a line up, a line across, a line down, a line across, and a line up, a line across, a line down, a line across, and a line up, a line across, a line down, a line across, and a line up, a line across, a line down, a line across, a line up, a line across, a line down, a line across, and then I stop because there's the end of my page. But see, it's kind of like when we carve our jack-lantern teeth in the pumpkins or castles, the top of the castle. That's why it's called castle lines. All right, now I'm going to do cloud lines. Those are those ones that go whoosh, 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 hopping like a bunny. Ready? Wahoo! That was fun. All right, and now I'm going to do these lines called arrow lines. That's what I call them. They look like arrows, so just kind of like a triangle. Arrow, 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 arrow. Boom. All right, and last but not least, I am going to do curly lines. Ready? Whoosh, curly, 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 curly. Ta-da! And now I have all these lines that I can look at to create my unicorn. So now we're going to make a unicorn. So now keep these to the side and make sure you have another piece of paper to draw our unicorn, okay? So I'm once again going to start with marker, but you should start with your pencil, okay? So we're going to get started. Down at the bottom, very bottom of your page. If you notice, my paper is up and down. It's vertical, not horizontal. Portrait, not landscape. It's tablet, not TV. Shower, not bathtub. Okay, up and down. You gotta make sure it is. The next thing I really want you to pay attention to is where your unicorn head is. We're starting at the very, very bottom of the page. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to climb my pencil up. And I'm going to stop right about here. It's going to be like drawing a house. If you notice his head, it's kind of like a house. So now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to churn up. I'm going to stop right in the middle of my paper. Now I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to go whoosh down this diagonal line. And now I'm going to curve my unicorn head down. And look, I have like this house shape all the way across. Now we have to make his ears. So he has one ear on this side of our house. So I'm going to make a curvy line going up and it turns up just a little bit like this. And then I'm going to take that top part and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Woo! And there's his ear. I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing at the corner here. I'm going to curve up and I'm just going to turn it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to go from there and I'm going to turn down and I'm going to crash down back into the house. Okay, now we're just going to do a big triangle shape here, but not connected at the bottom. I'm just going to go up and down. Same thing over here, up and down. And now I'm going to do his eyes. His eyes are just like big U's, basically. So I'm going to go whoosh. One here, whoosh. Another there. And he has eyelashes, he or she, whatever you prefer. And I'm going to just curve it up, two over here, curve it up, two over there. Now the grand finale, the unicorn. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go to the top of this house right here, and I want you to take your fingers for a walk. We're going to take 2 steps up. 1, 2. It should be right about a little bit higher than the middle of your paper. And I want you to just put a little dot right there. So it should go right here, centered in the middle of your paper, teeny tiny little dot. Now take your pencil, and I want you to just drive it down on a diagonal line to the top of your house. Ready? Boom. Now go to the other side, take your marker or pencil, or your pencil, not me, I have marker. And I'm going to go down and do the same thing on this side. Crash right in the house, boom. Okay? So there is our unicorn horn. Now I'm going to add the unicorn lines of the horn. So I'm just going to do a curvy line up, curvy line up, curvy line up, curvy line up, and I think I'll stop right there. So there is my unicorn. Yay! Now here comes the fun part, you guys. Bring back your line. So once you finish drawing your unicorn and it looks like this, but you have pencils, so make sure after you either take a black marker or a black crayon and you trace over all of the pencil lines you make so that it stands out like mine, okay? So that's the next thing you want to do before we start going into the next thing with coloring. Okay, now get out your crayons, all right? And now what we're going to do is I want you to pick any line you like and just get crazy. So I'm going to take purple. I'm going to do the zigzag line. I'm going to go to the top of my unicorn horn and make a big zigzag line going across. Now I'm going to take a different color, all right? I have orange, and now I'm going to do these dash lines. And I'm going to have them going right over my zigzags because I can. Then I'm going to do green, and I'm going to do my dotted lines, and I'm going to go right next door and go down across here. Ta-da! Now, guess what? I'm just going to take yellow, and I'm just going to scribble line. It's a scribble line. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? That was fun. All right, and now I think I'll do a straight line with blue, and I'm just going to go straight down this way. So you want everything to be shooting out from this horn, okay? So always start at the top or the side of this horn, all right? If you just want it shooting out from the top of his horn, you can. You can stop right there. You can fill up all of this space if you like I did. So I had mine like this. This is where you get to have fun. So just fill up the whole thing with all different kinds of lines, whatever you like. Then I'm doing a curly line. I'm going to grab some green now. And I'm going to do another zigzag line up here. And you just want to fill up the whole thing with all these wild fun lines, okay? Make sure it's not just one line. You want to pick all the lines you made and make sure you do all the different line patterns so that it has this look to it, okay? We don't want all scribble, okay? All right, we want to have some different lines going on. Then we're going to color the unicorn horn in rainbow order. So I'm going to color the top red. That's the first color of the rainbow. Then we have orange. And I'm coloring really good, staying in the lines. I'm pressing down pretty hard for my unicorn horn. Then I got yellow. And then I have green. Oh, I should have added one more line so I can put my purple in there. I'm going to go back, take my my marker, add one more line so I can put every color in there. All right, and now I'm going to do blue. All right, seeing those lines color real good, nice and solid. See, I think I'm gonna go back. I got excited and realized I needed to add one more color, so I'm gonna go back to my green. See how I don't want any white in there. I want it nice and bright. Nice and bright, staying in those lines. All right. So once you finish coloring the rainbow in your unicorn horn, so you should have purple down here for your last color. You can color her ears pink or red. I colored her eyeshadow blue, but you can pick whatever color you like for eyeshadow. And then you'll be done. Okay, so this is what your unicorn should look like when you are all done. And don't forget to turn it into your Google photo albums. Bye, guys.